Shalom, this is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let me close this window. Gosh, I gotta close this window. Shalom, family. I decided to do a live today. And greetings. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you for tuning in. I decided to do a live video today and come to you live. And I am live from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and trying to get this hair together here. Yeah, so thank you to all my faithful subscribers. Welcome to my channel. And I decided to do a live because I was doing a video on my phone and my phone died. So yeah, I decided to come to you live and chat with you for a second. Yeah, decided to come to you live and chat with you. I wanted to chat with you about what is going on in America with these migrants. And I'm trying to get this hair together, y'all. Trying to get this hair together. Yeah. So what's going on with these migrants in America, y'all? Let me get this hair together. Hold on. Okay. It's okay. So I want to chat with you about this migrant crisis. So in America, y'all do know that it's about to be a civil war. You do know that it's about to be a civil war in the United States of America because of the migrant situation. And you do know that these migrants were hired. You do know that they are mercenaries. You do know that they were paid to do what they're doing. If you don't know, I'm telling you, they're not there by accident. They knew exactly which buildings they were going to take over. Where did they get the weapons from? It was given to them. They were paid to do such a thing. So you just got to know this. You got to know this. That being the case, you guys are sitting ducks, basically. You're sitting ducks, and your government does not have your best interests at heart. So you got to know that. You must know that. You can't be naive to think that they care anything about you. That being the case, you need to have a plan. Are you going to stay? You're going to stay. Are you going to leave? What you're going to do? You have to make a plan for you and your family. I've done videos about this already. Oh, by the way, welcome to my channel. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you to my new subscribers. Welcome in the room. Thank you to my faithful subscribers. Welcome back, fam. Yes, so I decided to do a live today because I was trying to do a video on my phone, but my phone just cut off in the middle of my video. So I said, let me come and do a live on my computer. So yes, I am at home. I'm in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. I live in Africa. I left America back in 2020 and I moved and repatriated to Mama, Africa. So yeah, I decided to do a video today and come to you live because it's been a couple of days and I wanted to share with you, which a lot of you know, but this is just the views on this channel are just my personal views. I'm not a professional, a legal advisor or anything like that. It's just I'm just a regular person, but I'm giving my views on what I think is going on in America with these migrants. And so also my shared advice on what we should do as diaspora. See, my concern is my people, my 12 tribes, my diaspora, my Black people. That's my concern. So when we look at that, we're looking at people are fighting over or arguing about the blue or the red, the Dems or the reps. Neither one of them is going to help you Black people. You Black people are on your own. You Hebrews from the 12 tribes, you on your own. They're not going to help you. They got their own stuff they worried about. They're not worried about you. That's why you have the migrants that are coming there that are fighting in your communities. They're in your inner cities. They're taking over your inner cities. They're not over there living in the suburbs and messing with the white people over there. So you have some things that you need to think about. Uh, the Civil War. This is the Civil War right now because you have people in Chicago, some of the gangs in Chicago talking about they're not letting that go down with what the migrants are doing. So that's a civil war. They start fighting these people in the country. They're not going to make these people leave because their country is not taking them back. These Venezuelans, their country's not taking them back. They released their prisoners to us in America and they're not taking them back. So where are these people going? They ain't going nowhere. They're going to stay there and they're going to harass you and try to take over your stuff. And then you're going to have to fight because the police ain't fighting them. The police is not fighting these people. Hey, traveling Tony. Exactly. The plan is to watch from TZ. Exactly. That's what I've been doing. And I'm trying to, I'm sure that they know this, but they have to, our people have to understand what's going on. Like your politicians, they're not going to save you. Your red and blue, they're not going to save you. So all this fighting and arguing about Kamala or Trump or this or that, they're not going to do nothing, y'all. They're not going to do nothing to help you or save you. You have to save yourself. You have to think of what you're going to do for you and your family. Black people, wake up. What you going to do for you and your family? Now, are you going to fight the migrants? So you're going to get guns. They got guns, right? They're in your inner cities, in your around where y'all live, Black people. And so they got guns. So guess what you got to do? You're going to have to get guns. And guess what? Y'all going to have a shootout. You have a shootout in the inner city. Like you don't have wives there. You don't have children there and mothers and elder people. You don't have these people there. Yes, you do. And so bullets going to be flying. Guess what? A lot of people going to get killed. This is the civil war that people have been saying. We're going to have a civil war. Of course, it's going to be black and white, but it's starting with the migrants. And guess what? The police ain't going to help you. They're not. Yeah, they've been told not to help you. They've been told to step down. Stand down. So you on your own, Black people, with these migrants, with these gangs. Yeah, you on your own. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And then if y'all start fighting over there, if Chicago, the gangs in Chicago and the migrants start having a shootout, guess what? Your state gonna get locked down. And guess what? The airport gonna get locked down. And guess what? You ain't gonna be able to leave. So if it starts there, then it goes to Houston. And then they start fighting. The Black people start fighting the migrants because the police ain't gonna help. And then it goes to Denver. And then, when Denver, you got a lot of white people. So that, they might do something in Denver. But when it comes to us, they don't care. That's why they brought the migrants there in the first place, y'all. They brought the migrants there to deal with you. They brought the migrants there to deal with the Black people. Because they know they don't have to kill you. They're gonna let the migrants try to kill you. They're gonna let y'all kill each other. The migrants and the Black people gonna make y'all. So y'all be eliminated. So there's one less people they gotta eliminate because the goal is depopulation. The goal in America is depopulation. So they're gonna kill you with your food. They're gonna kill you with your water. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna send a bunch of mercenaries over there to kill you. They're gonna yeah, they're trying every way. Oh, plagues. Don't forget about all these different diseases, all these different plagues, natural disasters, all kind of stuff. So all this you got to contend with over there in America. Not that it's not going on here, but y'all got the migrant crisis over there. And then this gotta go down before election. Because if this starts happening, if a civil war happens before the election, guess what? Ain't gonna be no election. Ain't gonna be no election because y'all gonna be fighting. So everybody gonna be locked down. So you got to know that this is coming. I saw it back in 2017. You got to know it's coming, fam. Stop it. Shalom, sis. Shalom. Yeah, fam. You got to know that all this is coming. This has been prophesied. A lot of people despise prophecy, but now things are starting to be revealed. And so, yeah, civil war is right around the corner. As we speak. And so what are you going to do? You can't sit back and just watch all this and not make plans to do something for you and your family. Get out of the cities. Maybe that's a start, just to get away from this violence, this gun. It's about to be the Wild Wild West. It's about to be the Wild Wild West in Chi-Town, in Dallas, Denver. But Colorado was an open carry state. They got laws where you can be open carry. So that might be a shootout in Colorado too. So in Aurora, and most of the black people, it's not that many blacks in Colorado, but most of the black people live in Aurora. I used to live in Colorado. I used to live in Colorado Springs. And the good thing about Colorado Springs is they said that they're not accepting migrants, which is a good thing. Not that they're not there, but they don't have a sanctuary city in Colorado Springs, which I would have been glad if I was still living there, because I was like, I cannot live in a place where they allow all these migrants to live amongst me. I don't feel safe. I don't know who these people are. You don't know if they murder, killer, and come to find out, Venezuela sent their criminals. They're hardened criminals to America, y'all. The hardened criminals. They don't care about killing folk. Come on, y'all. You got to see the writing on the wall. So Colorado is a right to carry state. So Aurora, they might have a Wild Wild West out there. But if you in these cities, you can be affected. These bullets going to be flying left and right. Yeah, you have to. What are you gonna do, fam? I say leave. That's me. I say leave. Just like I left. That's why I left so early. I left way in 2020 before COVID even got bad. I knew that it was gonna be bad, and I knew that this time would come, civil war. And I already know that the U.S. enemies are watching. So they're seeing this migrant crisis. So while we're sitting here dealing with this, they're ready to invade China and Russia. They're ready. They're watching. They're watching. And once they come, we're going to be so steady fighting these migrants and getting mad at the government, talking about the red and the blue. And then the enemy's going to come. Then you're going to be in bad shape. Because when Russia and China come, it's a wrap. You're going to be their slave. So if you want to be slaves again, you can stay and hang in there. I know a lot of people waiting. They're saying they're waiting on the Most High. And it's that you can wait. But I say, come on out and wait here. Like me, I'm waiting on the wilderness event too. I'm waiting on my next assignment from the Most High too. I'm waiting too. But I want to wait outside of America. I don't want to be waiting inside of America. That's just my choice. I feel safe. I have peace and I feel free here on the continent. It doesn't matter where you go, find somewhere to go. Yeah, you might get overcharged and this and that. I can deal with overcharging. I would rather deal with overcharging any day than being in a state with a bunch of migrants. Venezuelans. How you say it? Venezuelans. And anywhere else. We don't know them like that. It's a cartel going on. Like, it's not safe. It's not safe. People say, oh, it's not safe over there in Africa and this and that. Ain't nobody got no guns. Ain't nobody holding no gun in nobody's head like that. Ain't nobody doing nothing like that. Ain't nobody got guns here. All praises. But over there, these immigrants, illegal immigrants, y'all, got guns. They could just go into like a supermarket. They could go into a movie theater. They could go into a stadium and just start shooting people because they're criminals, for crying out loud. Like, this is insane to me. It's so insane, y'all. Yeah, Taishi. Yes, outside of the cities. Yes, outside of the cities is going to be the safest for our people, because the inner cities is like it's a time bomb ready to explode. It's not going to be safe. Bullets going to be flying. You're going to have to be laying on that floor and hoping and praying you don't get a stray bullet. It's just, y'all, we gotta do something. We can't just sit here and watch TV or act like it's not going on. It's a lot of people in America living their lives like ain't nothing going on. Ain't nothing going on until it reach you. Ain't nothing going on until that bullet come flying through your house or touch one of your folks. Then you want to wake up. Don't wait until that point. Have a plan. I say come out. Either if you go to one of these, where people go on, I don't even know about Mexico no more because Mexico getting dangerous. Just Nicaragua. If you don't want to come to Barbados, so I say go to another black country, another black island or something. Jamaica, Barbados, St. Thomas, one of the islands. Go to the islands, Bahamas even might be, it's still part of the U.S., but that might right now be safer than being in the States. So yeah, find somewhere to go outside of the city. Get you some food source, water source. Your just basic securities, food security, water, the necessities that you need. Get those, but get out of the city because it's about to go down in the cities, and the police have been told to stand down, and y'all know that. And they pay mercenary. Your wicked, evil, demonic government is full of fallen angel, devils, demons, Satan worshipers, Luciferians, Illuminatis, Masons, fraternities, all the brotherhood. They don't care. Everybody just want money. They ain't for you, black people. You got to look out for you and your family. If you interested in visiting Tanzania specifically, hit me up at diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. diasporaconnect0@gmail.com, and I can help you with a travel business consultation, and I can give you advice. The advice that I had taken to move here, to have been here, and to do business here, and working on a land and building project here in Tanzania. Hit me up at diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. I can help you with that if you're interested. There are diaspora dispersed throughout the continent in different places. If you're interested in whatever specific country that you're interested in, there are some of us dispersed. So you can just make sure you reach out to a diaspora in whatever country you decide to go to, because it's good to connect with a brother and sister from America or from the diaspora, whether they're Black, British, from Jamaica, from the islands, just a Black person from Afro descendant from one of these countries in these African countries. Connect with one of those as well before you decide to go, so you'll have some kind of connection. I would recommend. But if you are bold enough, you can just go there like I did. I didn't have a connection when I came to Tanzania back in 2020. I didn't know anybody. I came on my own, just took a chance on coming. But I did meet, I did get connected with a local who has the same faith that I do, and he helped me out a lot. So there are ways that you can do it. But at this point, if you want to come back to Africa, of course, it's not cheap. You got to get that flight. You got to get, pay for that ticket. And then try to, figure out, your visa situation, your permit situation. In a lot of countries, you can get visa on arrival. Like Tanzania, you can get visa on arrival. And there are some visa-free countries that you can go to. So look into those. A lot of the Southern African countries are visa-free for U.S. citizens. If you're in the U.S., South Africa, I think Namibia, Botswana, a lot of those countries are visa-free. So look into that. You can come to East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania. You got Malawi, Burundi. Look into that. But figure out what you're going to do. Don't just sit there until all hell breaks loose and then you haven't had plans to you have to make plans. When you see things are going a certain way, make plans, whether you stay or go, even if you're living in America. If you're in those cities where the migrants are, you might want to try to move out, at least move out further in a rural area, suburban area or something. That's a start. And try to make plans on what you want to do, how you can sustain and protect you and your family. So yeah, it's a civil war is right there on the brink of happening. Because when you have citizens saying that they're gonna go and do like street justice and have to address others that are in their country and the police are not getting involved, that could be like a whirlwind fire that will go through from state to state. You already got you already got 4 states: New York, Dallas, Aurora, and Chicago. You got 4 major cities. New York, Dallas, Aurora, and what did I say? You have New York, Dallas, Aurora, and Denver. Yeah, yeah. 4 major cities that have been taken over. Well, buildings in the states that have been taken over by migrant foreigners with guns, mercenaries. They're mercenaries. How they get guns? They paid to do a job. Our people have been coming up missing. You don't think these people had something to do with it? They was coming up missing before they took over the building. These people was probably paid, y'all. They just like they paid to be there. They're mercenaries. These people are mercenaries. They're not migrants. They're mercenaries. They're paid to do what they're doing. Just like our people been coming up missing, they're paid to do that too. They've been paid to take our people for organs, for blood, for food. Like there are people who eat flesh. There are cannibals who eat flesh and drink blood in America. The government, the big people, they worship Satan. They're Satan worshiping Luciferians. They eat flesh and drink blood. They're against the Most High. They're against his laws, statutes, and commandments. They're evil and wicked. Our people are being eaten, blood. They're being sex trafficked for their organs, then chopped up and diced up and eaten and shot and just all kind of stuff. It's not safe. And people keep saying to us on the continent, be safe. No, we want to say to y'all in America, be safe. Because there's too much going on. It's not safe. Our people are coming up missing. And in droves. It's a depopulation agenda of the enemy. And it's not just individuals we can point to and say, oh, it's the red, or it's the blue. No, it's a spiritual attack. It's spiritual, y'all. There is good and evil. It's evil being portrayed, going on over there. And to make it so bad, because of the sin in America, the Most High is not even able really to, his hands are tied, basically. His hands are tied to even protect, because it's like the sin has reached heaven. So we can't even be protected in America like we used to be by the hand of the Father against evil. He has removed his hand. And so he removes his hand and he removes his hedge of protection over a place. It's open season for the enemy to come in and wreak havoc. So it's going to be a lot of murders, killing, starvation, diseases, natural disasters, civil war, everything that you can think of is going to be happening in America. Yeah. So this is why I left. I already knew it was going to be bad. It's going to be worse because the ending result, and a lot of people don't like to hear this, but it's the truth. You have to accept the truth just to prepare your heart and mind for what's coming. The end game is the total annihilation and destruction of America, total. So it's not going to be no coming back from invasion of China and Russia. No, it's going to be burnt and dropped into the bottom of the sea. That's the judgment of America because of her sins. And it's no going back, no praying, no fasting for it. No, you can do that for your family, but you can't do that for America. Unfortunately, she has reached her time of judgment because of all the wickedness she's done. So just because you were born there don't mean that's where you're from. I was born there, but I know I'm not from there. So her destruction had nothing to do with me. She's under judgment because the wickedness, like she's done wickedness to my ancestors. America's done wickedness to my ancestors. And so I don't have no feeling no way one or another. I just want to be safe. Me and my family members, I just want my family to be safe. But as far as America's judgment, America's been dirty to the Black people. America's been dirty to the African Americans, dirty. So I don't feel sorry for her. What she got to go through, she got to go through. I don't have no loyalty to no party, no blue, no red, no nothing. I don't have no loyalty to none of them because they're all wicked, evil, dark, and demonic. And they're not going to do nothing for us anyway. They're not doing anything for us, family. You have to know that. You have to come to terms with that. And I think I talked about this in another video. You have to get your mind and your heart set to know that what's going to happen is going to happen. And there's nothing you can do to change it. Only thing you can do is look out for yourself. Find a place, that safe place for you and your family to live. Reach out to people, connect with people. People can help you get situated. When it comes to Tanzania, hit me up. It's a lot of us here. It's other people you may want to connect with. Just connect. Want to go to Kenya? It's a bunch of us over there. Want to go to South Africa? Some people over there. Just keep in mind, though, South Africa got some racism stuff going on, xenophobia stuff going on over there. You want to go to a country that's peaceful, but if you South Africa is a lot like America, so that'll be an easy transition for those leaving America to South Africa. So that's what you can kind of deal with that racism stuff. I just did not want to deal with that. I dealt with that all my life, so that's why I love Tanzania, because I don't have to deal with that. They don't have that going on over here. You have a lot of Indians here. You have a lot of Arabs here. I can deal with them. I can't deal with the Mzungu and them and their attitude. Yeah, I don't like that. Every country has the positive things and then the negative things. You have to decide what you are willing to live with or deal with based on the country you come to. I just wanted to do this live because I was doing, like I said, a video on my phone, and my phone just blinked out. I believe my phone is being monitored. Yeah, I've been somebody that's tapping my phone, which I always believe that, because it just went off. And then when I looked at my phone, it said 3%. And I'm like, how did my phone go from 90-something% charge to 3%? Then I looked at it again, then it was at 60%. So that means that somebody else's phone is tapped into my phone. Their phone was dying, so that's why my phone cut off. But then when it came back on, I saw it said 3%, but then it went to 60%. So somebody else is in my phone. I don't know what I did to allow somebody to tap into my phone, but they're in there. I don't know how to get them out, but they're in there. So anyway, I decided to do a live on my computer. So I'm grateful that I have more than one mean of being able to do videos, being able to do lives, more than just my phone. So I've been starting to do more videos on my computer than my phone, because I already know my phone is being tapped. So that being the case, a lady told me one thing, and a lady online I watch, and I forget her name, but she was just telling what things that you should do, because all our devices is monitored. Y'all got to know that, all our devices. So what I started doing, which is a good idea, what you can do is, see this clip right here. This is a clip where I hang my clothes on the line. So if I'm not on my computer, and if I'm not doing a live or video, whatever, guess what I started doing? This clip over the camera like this. I'm gonna show you. See that? Just put this over it. So if you're not on your camera, on your phone, on your computer, put something over it. Some people, she says she put something else, but I just found this and I just put it over my camera, so people can't be watching you, because they be watching you even when your computer off. They can still be watching you if your camera is up. So I started doing that during the day. If I'm on my computer, if I'm not doing a video, or if I'm not doing a live, I just use this to cover. And then with my phone, what I do on my phone is I keep my phone on airplane mode. And then if I'm not using it, I have it face down. I don't have the phone sitting to where I could be watched. I mean, of course, they could be listening to you. Of course, that is a issue. They could actually be listening to you as you talk. So be careful with your conversations. I'm being more proactive in the monitoring situation. Definitely, we're being monitored, because I was on YouTube and I was putting a post on somebody's video, and I got a pop-up from YouTube say, be careful what your comments is going to, your comments are, if we see that your comments are harassing or bullying or something like that, be careful with your comments. That's what the computer popped up. And I said, yeah, they're monitoring. They're monitoring not only your channel, but your comments. When you make comments on certain people's posts, they're monitoring that too. So all your stuff is being monitored. You got to know that. So I was like, okay. So you're not even going to be able to speak your mind anymore. So, ain't no telling which way this video going to go, but yeah, or this live going to go, because I'm going to warn my people. I'm going to tell you what I think, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to warn you, I'm going to encourage you, come out of her, my people. Come back to Africa where everybody look like you, where you can blend in. Come back to Africa where they have addresses, y'all, that's not on Google. They have addresses here that's not on the map, that's not able to be found. They have addresses here like that. Like, for example, where I live, nobody can ever find me online. When I request a driver, they can never find me because I'm not on Google, which the satellites can possibly pick you up, the ones, in space or ones in the atmosphere. They can probably pick you up. But I know on the Google Maps and stuff, I can't be located, which I love because that's one way that nobody can just come to your house. Nobody can find you. I don't care who it is. Your enemies, the powers that be, even in Africa, they can't find you because a lot of the places are off the grid. You want to be off grid to where nobody can locate you. So you can do you could, speak your mind, this and that. And yeah, they can monitor you online, but they can't come to your house. That's where I want to be. I want to be somewhere where I'm sitting in my house and nobody can find me. Not through the Google stuff. Those high tech satellites they can find. Y'all know that. But the Google apps and all that, yeah, I don't want nobody to know where I live. So when I get a driver, unless they know where I live, I have to meet them at a local store because they can't never find me. And that made my heart happy because I'm like, good, if they can't find me and they live here, then I know somebody outside of here can't find me. Yeah, you want to live in a place like that, off grid, to where you are protected, you're safe, nobody knows where you can just come to your house and just, invade your space. You want to live somewhere like that. So yeah, I decided to do this live. Thank you for all those who are tuning in and those who are going to look at the replay. Please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, thumbs up. I'm a little over 3,000 subscribers now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Not monetized yet, but it is what it is. I'm going to try again, but that's not stopping me from doing what I need to do, y'all. Not being monetized is not stopping me from accomplishing what the Most High has sent me here to do. And I'm still able to do the things that the Most High has called me to do. He has been providing a way out of no way for me. He has been providing and blessing me with ideas and connecting people to me. And it's been very, very wonderful. So I'm very grateful and very thankful to be here in Africa going on 4.5 years now. And all is well. I'm in business, doing my business and minding my Black business over here and leaving other people's business alone so they can mind theirs and leave mine alone. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. All is well. Decided to do a video because I haven't done one. And I decided to do this live, and I actually did a video too. So I'm going to post that video too. It cut off on me, but I got a lot of it accomplished. I was just chatting in a different place in my house. So you see a different view in the video. And so I was like, yeah, I'll do a live. So I have a video and a live I'll be posting. So yeah, but I didn't have anything other than what I was talking about my people in America. My heart is there. I'm watching from afar. I'm over here in Africa. I'm watching my people. And I'm like, y'all need to get out of there. That place is just going down, down, down. Getting too expensive. A lot of people are becoming homeless. A lot of people are living out of their cars and their vans. Now they're trying to make it like illegal to live in your car or be homeless. Like, it's like I feel like they're deliberately making laws to keep people from being able to survive. So they make it illegal. It's a lot of people, and in their cars and vans, they're trying to even make it difficult for people who live outside of their vans, who live in their vans or live in their cars. They're trying to make it like hard for them to stay at certain campsites and campgrounds. See, they're learning what you're doing from what you share online. So whenever people share their life online and show what they do and what they're doing to manage this high prices, then they're coming up with laws against those people who are surviving. Like, People don't know that they're watching your channels, and some people are realizing that they're watching they're watching the channels to see how people are managing with these high prices, with this inflation, with this, and they're trying to silence you, or trying to come up with laws to keep you from being able to survive in this time of um, inflation. They're doing that. So they're watching your channels to set up laws to keep you from being able to, like I've seen some channels to where, from some homesteaders, the homesteaders, they're trying to say you can't live out of your vehicle on your land, on your homestead. So they're making it to where you can't make a tight live out of a barn, or you can't live out your car on your land. It is your land, supposedly your land. But now they're trying to tell you on your land that you can't live out your car. On your land, you can't live out a barn that you change. Like, you might have a barn and you convert that to a home or whatever. They're trying to say you can't live out of that. Like, they're trying to control everything that you do in America, everything. Here in Africa, you have land, it's your land. You don't have to pay taxes on it. You buy land and it's your land. You can build whatever. Now, you do have to keep in mind that if you have a business, you have to keep it to where it's residential, commercial, farming. You do have to do that. So you do have to keep that in mind. But other than that, it's your land. You can build your house. You can put you some fruit and vegetables. You can have a little farm. A little, like organic, your fruit and vegetables for you. Now, if this is some kind of commercial farming stuff, you do have to, come on now, you do have to get farming land if you want to have a farm, a massive farm. If you want to do commercial business selling, commercial, you do have to get that kind of land. Now, come on, be reasonable. But if it's residential, where you want to build a house and you want to have your little garden or whatever, and little animals or whatever, you can do that. So, yeah, so that's why I said that I am going to not show as much online, because I already know they monitoring, they watching, they trying to see what you're doing, because they're trying to keep everybody from doing what you're doing. If I'm doing something, y'all, the things that I'm doing here in Africa, I want to help others to be able to do what I'm doing. Therefore, I'm not about to be sharing it online, because people don't need to know. The whole world don't need to know what we got going on. Boots on the ground, y'all. You got to connect with me or whoever other people. Some people are showing their stuff, but I decided, based on how things are going online, that I'm not going to be showing my personal project of what I'm doing online, because I want to help people. So I'm not showing online everything I'm doing for other people to copy you, take your ideas, and not only that, try to shut you down and stop you from accomplishing your goals. So you have to be more private with what you share. And that's what I decided to do with my project. I'm not sharing it online. I might show a little stuff here and there, but I'm not sharing online, because our enemies are watching us online. And we can't be an open book for them to come for us. We have to use wisdom. We have to walk in silence. You got to move in silence. If you're boots on the ground, you here, connect with people. Meet people in person. That's what I've been saying. Meet at a cafe, at a restaurant, meet for breakfast, meet at the beach, have a beach day, and let's talk what we're going to do. Let's make some plans at the beach, not online, showing everything, talking about everything. And even when you meet, cut them phones off. Cut your phone off. When you go meet somebody for business, start cutting your phone off. Turn it off. Not that they can't. The technology is so advanced now that they can probably listen to your conversation even when your phone off. But I say cut your phone off. If you're talking business about projects and big businesses that you are trying to do, especially in Africa, even in America, turn them phones off. Turn it. Don't, because they be listening. They be watching. Stop putting everything online, y'all. I've been saying that. And the more that I'm seeing how things are going with other people in their homesteading issue, with the homesteading, the people who are doing homesteads in America, how they're trying to keep them from, doing certain things on their own land. And even now, people can't even talk on YouTube about herbs and stuff that can heal your body. Like they're getting threats, they're getting videos removed about people sharing ways to naturally heal yourself. So you can't discuss everything online like you used to be able to, y'all. They're taking down people's videos, they're giving people strikes. Yeah. So you have to know that. So if I come up with a concoction, which since I've been in Africa, I've been coming up with a lot of ways to do things with the natural herbs and stuff. The plants, we have plenteous plants here, y'all. We got aloe veras, we got all kind of herbs and lemon and mints and everything everywhere. So you can learn how to make things that you don't have to buy in the store. You know how to make things naturally and use them for certain skin ailments and stuff like that. Like I made a natural deodorant now. I have a natural toothpaste now. Certain things, and of course we have the natural concoctions that we use for our hair, the natural plants and stuff that we use for our hair. Instead of you spending a lot of money buying these products, these high-priced products, or deodorants, or toothpaste, or stuff for your hair, you can use the actual plants that we have here. It's even then you don't even want to share that because they're like, oh, it's going against medical, you're going against the medical misinformation, stuff like that. Come on, y'all. You got to know that it's getting very online, is getting very controlled. They're trying to control what you share and say. So a lot of that stuff you can't share no more. But when you actually boots on the ground, you come to Africa or you go wherever you're going, if they got things, herbal remedies they want to share with you, you in person with that person and they could talk to you, or even offline, you know, even through email, you know, through personal DM stuff. To start paying for some of that information again to keep it offline, because they ain't gonna be able to share that stuff. They're gonna have to do Patreons. They're gonna have to do emails. They're gonna have to do personal conversations. Like I do consultations. I do consultations via FaceTime. I do Telegram. I do Messenger. I can do Instagram. You know, if people want to call me, I don't call people directly because I use internet to call because I'm in Africa. But it's ways that you can talk to people personally, like through email is a good way. You can talk. You know, you have to type though, but you can, you know, talk to each other and share personal details or stuff that can help people personally that you don't want to share online, especially medical stuff. I mean, or natural stuff, I would say. They call that medical. Whenever you recommend natural remedies, they call that medical misinformation. So if you want to share that, you can share it through other means. You don't have to share it like this. We have to start being more wise and selective about what we put on these platforms. Because as I'm doing this live, my live keeps freezing like it's being recorded. So I know my lives. I know my videos and lives are recorded. Whenever I do something, it's being recorded and it's being listened to. They listen to every word. They look at your atmosphere, where you at, to try to figure out what you got going on, where you located, where your house is, all of that on the phone and on the computer. So we have to know that when showing your children, when showing where you live, when showing how to get to your house, showing different stores in your areas. That's how they narrowing down where you live, what you got going on, what your business is, how, especially if you're trying to help people, if you're trying to help your people out of a bad place, if you're trying to help Black people, we're trying to help each other to arise, they're going to be watching that one person. Because right now we don't have the leaders like we used to have, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and all that. We have, everybody has a piece now, and there's so many of us that's helping each other. So they always looking to try to take out the leaders. You know what I'm saying? So we got to know that when we're sharing information, pertinent information that'll be helpful for our health, for our longevity of life. See, they don't want that. That's the enemy, because you got to know that there's a prince of the power of the airwaves, the prince of the power of the air, prince of the power of air, the airwaves. So there's a demonic spirit over these airwaves. And when you got righteous people trying to help our people out, they watching. So yeah, we got to be more private, more silent in our plans, move with wisdom. Don't tell everybody what you're planning on doing. Pray, get your direction, advice, and let them know when you've done it already. Don't share your ideas with people until you get it done, until you're actually done. If you go somewhere, don't share where you at that point. Share after. Like I'm doing a live, I'm at home, but I'm out in the middle. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I'm not in no city, not even in Africa. I'm not in the city. I moved outside of the city now. So I'm not worried about that. I can do and say stuff where I'm at. But even then, you don't want, your channel to be impacted or affected, so you have to be mindful of what you share. But give your email. My email address is diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. You can email me if you have questions, if you want to talk about other personal stuff. I'm not going to be doing that online like that. We can do it offline. Email is the best. So if you want a consultation, you can email me diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. diasporaconnect0@gmail.com, and I do travel and business consultations. Let me put that in the I put my email address in there, Diaspora Connect. So if anybody want to email me, if you have any questions, if you need, of course I do travel in business consultations for Tanzania. But if you just have general questions, I can answer them. I do answer a lot of general questions, so don't feel like anytime you email me a question, you got to pay. No, it's just for the travel and business consultations. Most people have the travel part down. They know about traveling, but the business has been big. Business consultations have been very big for me because people want to know how to do business. There is a method that you need. There is a way that you have to do it. You do need certain connections. I can connect you with my attorney, but I only do that for those who pay for consultations. It's not free info. You got to pay for it, which is how I am still in business after 3 years, because I created my business in 21, so it's been 3 years. Yes, it's a small business. It's a consultation business, but it's still a business nevertheless. And so it's an international global business. And I do provide the information that people will need to have been here 4.5 years like I have, doing business, living, and thriving here in Africa. And it's not easy, as you can hear a lot of YouTubers talking about. It's not peaches and cream. It's not easy, y'all, but it's doable. And for me, the hustle and the struggle that to have maintained, to have been here 4 years or 4.5 years now, it's been well worth it compared to me have been, living in America. Even though I was making way more money then, but it's worth the sacrifice that I'm making to live here and to be here. And the little struggle financially here and there, but I'm able to maintain because the prices are not as expensive as in America to live here and to survive here. So, like for example, my rent here is $200 a month. I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom for $200 a month. So you can't beat that. Definitely not. It's way better than in America. When I lived there, I had a 1-bedroom apartment for $1,050. Look at the difference. $1,050. I was living in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and my rent. And the rent was just going up. When I first moved in that same apartment, that 1-bedroom apartment that I lived in Colorado, when I first moved in there, my rent was $800 a month. And me being there, I think I lived there for 3 years. It was $1,050 when I left. So it was constantly going up. And so here it's set. So you have your $200 a month and it's set. Yes, the landlord can raise the rent, but you better hope and pray that you have a good one where they just keep it the same. But but when I lived in Bezzy Beach, when I first got, and my rent was $300. And then he did try to raise it to $400. And look, I still had a 2-bedroom, I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, just like here. I had the same one in this other area, but the area in Bezzy is more closer to the city. So everything is getting to be more expensive. So he tried to raise the rent from $300 to $400 on me, or almost $400. He tried to raise it to like 345. He tried to raise it from 300 to 345. And for me, I thought that that was a little gouging because the place didn't have anything in it. Like it was an unfurnished place, like no furniture or anything. And that's a lot to pay in Tanzania with no furniture. So when he told me he wanted to raise it, he said, "Oh, since you've been living here for 2 years now, I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and raise your rent by this much percent." And so when he told me that, I already knew what was going down, y'all. I already knew what was going down. So when he told me that, I was like, "Oh, okay. How much?" And he told me, and I said, "Oh, okay." That's all I said. After that, I started looking for a place. I was like, I ain't say nothing. I ain't argue about it because some stuff you realize, you know, it's not worth arguing about, y'all. You know, you gotta choose your battles, right? Why argue and get him all upset and get him feeling some kind of way for him to be like, well, you can leave now. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't say anything. I was like, I felt like it was unfair. Yeah. I felt like he was trying to, you know, gouge me out. Yeah. But you know what? I already knew complaining and crying and being mean about it, that wasn't going to get me like anywhere. I wasn't going to accomplish anything by acting a fool. You know what I mean? So when he told me, I said, oh, okay. I said, okay. That's all I said, y'all. I started looking for me another place. I found me another place. He didn't even know. Found me another place. And then I moved. He knew when I was moving. So that was the best thing to do. There was no need for me to be arguing and crying and telling him you overcharging and this. Then when I left, I realized, I left while I was there, I found out that I was being overcharged for the water and the trash. So I was being overcharged for the rent. I was in like a 4-bedroom apartment. I mean, I was in like a 4-plex. So it's 4 apartments, right? And I paid more rent than everybody because I was the only foreigner and everybody else was local. I paid more rent than everybody in the building. And I think I paid 3 or 4 times more. I think they said that they normally only pay like $300,000. I was paying $800,000. Look at that. See, I was paying like even double more, almost triple more than what they was paying, 3 times what they was paying, right? 3 times what they was paying. So I was overcharged. And then the water bill, I was being overcharged for that. And I was being overcharged for the trash. So the amount that I was paying for water, I think it was like $30,000 I was paying for water. And then for the trash, I was paying like $15,000, right? That is enough for the whole building. So I was paying water and trash for 2 years, enough to cover the whole building. Yeah. So yeah, I was getting played. So I didn't complain. I was just like, because I didn't know at the time. I thought that was a good deal coming from America. I was like, okay, that's not that bad. And then the locals start telling me that's a lot. They start telling me that's a lot a month. Because here in the place I'm at now, my water bill a month is like $10,000. And my trash bill a month is like 4, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10,000. So yeah, versus what I was paying. So yeah, I got for a whole 2 years, but so I decided to move to a less expensive place. And now all of my utilities are even less. So you have to experience being taken advantage of sometimes in order for you to learn what the right price is. And sometimes that does happen to us when we first come here. That's why it's always good that you connect with someone who have been here for a while and they know what the real prices should be, the local prices should be. It takes time, but then eventually you meet a local that will tell you that's way too much, you know. And when I would tell locals how much my rent was, they would say, that's a lot. They will always say that's a lot. And I was like, that's a lot. And yeah, for here, that was a lot, especially when you're talking about an apartment that didn't have any furniture in it. The place I'm at now was partially furnished. So, and the rent was cheaper. The rent was $200 and it was partially furnished. So it was beds here. It was a couch here. It was a dining room table here. And from what I heard, they had a table, a dining room. They had, a living room table and a coffee table. And they had, from what I heard, they had a dining room table and chairs here, but somebody in the building, they had to use it because I think there's broke or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was partially furnished. And the other place wasn't even furnished, and it was way more than this one. So this is the example of things that can happen to you when you come here. If you don't know anyone, if you don't know the language, if you hadn't connected with locals from to tell you like the real price, or if you don't connect with someone in the diaspora that has been here and they can tell you if this is too high or this is a fair price. And if for me, if I didn't know, I would always ask a friend of mine that was a local, because I had two locals in business with me. And so I would always ask them, is this a good price? Is this, so now I know to ask. So it's certain things that you need to know when you move to a foreign country. The regular price in that country, not the US price, because they want to quote US dollars to you when you move from America. And I'm like, I would ask somebody, why you quote US dollars to me? And I said, do you make US dollars? I had to ask a local, do you make US dollars? And they start smiling. I said, no, you don't. So you need to tell me what the price is in Tanzania. Don't quote me a US price just because I'm from the US. You see what I'm saying? You have to know that that's going to happen, and you have to know the difference in the price. So, but anyway, I kind of got on and on and on. But anyway, I'm going to end this live. I just want to do this for my people. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the replay. Thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll do another live or video in the next week sometime. Okay. All right, family. Well, have a good one, and email me if you need a consultation or if you just have some general questions. A lot of our videos answer a lot of the general questions for you, but don't be afraid to come to Africa. Don't be afraid to visit. Don't be afraid to move. I did repatriate it, and it's been very, very rewarding, and I love it. So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. And live or the next video, family. Shalom.